This is AI News Today, and here's what happened in the world of AI in the past 24 hours. Let's start with our featured story, because something pretty remarkable is happening in Cupertino. Reports say Apple has actually reached out to Google, yes, their biggest smartphone rival, about using Gemini to power Siri. According to Bloomberg and confirmed by Reuters, Apple is in early talks to license Google's Gemini AI for a complete Siri overhaul next year. The market reaction was immediate. Alphabet's stock jumped more than 3% on the news, while Apple's shares climbed about 1.6%. Now, why does this matter? Because for more than a decade, Apple has proudly kept everything in-house. Hardware, software, and of course Siri, all built under Apple's tight control. But Siri has been falling behind for years. It's often less capable than Alexa or Google Assistant at handling complex, multi-step requests, and it struggles to work seamlessly with third-party apps. Apple's long-promised Siri upgrade was supposed to arrive this past spring, with features like executing tasks using personal context and enabling full voice-based device control. But that project ran into engineering setbacks, and the update has been pushed back by at least a year. So now Apple is weighing a major decision. Do they double down on their in-house Siri models? Or do they make a bold move and bring in an external partner like Google? Sources say Apple is still weeks away from making a final choice, and no partner has been selected yet. Google hasn't commented, and Apple didn't respond to questions, but the very fact these discussions are happening is unprecedented. It's also worth noting Apple has previously explored partnerships with both Anthropic and OpenAI, considering whether Claude or ChatGPT could help power a revamped Siri. The fact that they're casting such a wide net suggests just how determined Apple is not to fall further behind in the AI race. If this deal goes through, your iPhone's Siri might soon be running on Google technology, a scenario that would have been almost unthinkable just a few years ago. It raises big questions. Would Apple really trust its fiercest competitor to handle one of its most important consumer experiences? Or is the pressure to catch up in AI simply too great to ignore? Shifting gears now, let's talk about Google again, but this time for a very different reason. The company just published one of the most transparent reports we've seen so far on how much energy its AI actually consumes. For months, we've only had speculation about the environmental costs of AI, but Google's new data shows a typical text prompt uses about 0.24 watt-hours of electricity, roughly the same as running your microwave for just 1 second. Each query also consumes about 5 drops of water and produces 0.03 grams of carbon dioxide. Those numbers are far lower than many public estimates, but here's the catch. They only represent the energy cost of answering a single prompt. They don't include the massive amount of power required to train these models in the first place. And heavier tasks, like generating images or videos, can use much more power than simple text queries. Still, the report is a big step toward accountability, and it could pressure other tech companies to become more transparent about their energy use. With AI systems being integrated everywhere, from smartphones to search engines, knowing the hidden cost of a single query matters more than ever. Meanwhile, Meta just made a big move of its own. The company has signed a licensing deal with Midjourney to bring its image generation technology into future AI products. If you've ever seen Midjourney's creations, you know how visually stunning they can be. This partnership means we could soon see Midjourney-powered features built right into Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, a major step in Mark Zuckerberg's ongoing push to keep Meta competitive in the AI race. Over in Washington, the U.S. government just made an unprecedented move involving Intel. Nearly $9 billion in CHIPS Act grants have been converted into equity, giving the government a 10% stake in Intel and instantly making it the company's third-largest shareholder. The move is designed to jumpstart domestic chip manufacturing, but it's also sparking debate over just how involved the government should be in private industry. For Intel, which has been struggling, this shows just how critical U.S. chip making has become to national strategy. And finally, Elon Musk's xAI has just released the model weights for Grok 2.5 on Hugging Face, making it freely available to developers and researchers around the world. Even bigger, Grok 3 is expected to be open-sourced within the next 6 months. This trend toward opening powerful AI models could accelerate innovation dramatically, giving smaller companies and independent researchers access to cutting-edge tools that used to be locked behind corporate walls. That's it for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow, and we'll see you tomorrow for more AI news.